10, 9, ignition sequence start. 6.
Hello and welcome to Rocket Fuel, your daily update of everything that's happening in the Rocket Pool community. My name is Wack. Today is May 29th and we've got a quick episode for you after the weekend. So let's get started right here. The first bit of news comes from Dappnode. For those of you who don't know, Dappnode sell a software system but also a hardware system. The hardware basically has their software flashed onto it. It makes it like a graphical user interface in order to get started staking. Like very simple, very easy, like a few clicks of the buttons, you select your options and then away you go on your staking. So we got this tweet from Dappnode saying the wait is finally over. This is the news you've all been waiting for. We're thrilled to announce the release of Rocket Pool packages on Dappnode and be part of the future of decentralized staking and contribute to the Ethereum network's growth. So this was a really great bit of news that came out. For those of you who've been following Rocket Fuel for a while, you'll know that they've been releasing the betas and stuff, so it's not groundbreaking news, but now it's official that it's on mainnet, it's all good to go, and it's all going. So there was a lot of positive news from this about people asking if there's an official guide, which there isn't yet, and then people congratulating Dappnode, people asking if you can run a solo staker on the same machine as well as a Rocket Pool node, and Dappnode said yes sir. So they've got some really nice little tweaks and stuff going on, which is really exciting. And I'm really hoping that this will open up staking to an even a wider number of people. Maybe if we get a few hundred node operators running on Dappnode, that would be really amazing. So yeah, congrats to Dappnode for getting that update out and integrating Rocket Pool. That's really exciting stuff. Okay, let's move on from Dappnode. Here we have this bit of news from Knoshua saying, I just published an update of my oDAO analysis. It includes, and it says, a finished overview of oDAO duties, fraud-proof scrubs, an alternative to the current scrub checks, MEV stealing proofs, what EIP 4788 could do for the MEV stealing issue and challenges, and fraud-proof challenge period analysis of censorship and security considerations for fraud proofs. And then Knoshua says, check it out here. And then there's the analysis of oDAO duties Gitbook. And it says, happy to answer any questions and get feedback. So if we have a look at the book, the Gitbook, you can see that it says this is the first report about my oDAO duty research that was funded by the GMC in the January 2023 grants round. And then there's an overview of duties. You can't quite see the left menu. This is overview of duties, verifiable off-chain calculations, guardrails, balance submissions, guardrails, MEV penalties, fraud-proof scrubs, MEV stealing proofs, MEV negative BC commission, and fraud-proof challenge period. So there's a couple of new areas here, like fraud-proof scrubs, that you could read about. It says, instead of the current challenge period that relies on trusted oracles to scrub, this design allows fraud proofs during a challenge period to prevent the withdrawal credential exploit described in scrub check withdrawal credentials in the trustless manner. So then there's information about design there, and then you can go ahead and read the other sections as well to get information. Nosh was putting out some really wonderful research, and it's really rich in information, and I'm sure that good things are going to be based off this research going forward. So thank you, Knoshua, for putting out this great work. So this is a section here on EIP 4788. It says this section looks at the potential of proving MEV stealing with the help of beacon block route proposed in EIP 4788. It appears to be possible to provide Merkle proofs against the beacon route to objectively determine how MEV was handled in a block. So this is really great to see that as well, because MEV theft, of course, is one of the big problems that we're facing. So yeah, this is all really exciting stuff. Definitely go and read the whole Gitbook if you haven't caught up with it yet. Knoshua, of course, is really responsive, and if you ask any questions in the governance thread, the research thread here, under protocol, Knoshua will be happy to answer any questions you have and keep the discussion going, which is really awesome. Okay, next we have a bunch of stats that we got in over the weekend. Pateris here has a screenshot of the moment where the 8 ETH validators are now more numerous than the 16 ETH validators, which is really exciting moment. The 8 ETH validators, I think 90 or 95% of new validators that are coming online for Rocket Pool are the 8 ETH validators. It's a huge success. LEB8s have been like tremendous success. Not only when you count people migrating across, which now I am one of those people now migrating across. Not just that, but like also new node operators coming online. It seems like almost everyone is coming online with an LEB8. And that's tremendously exciting because it just boosts the TVL of the protocol that much. It's really great to see. Okay, and next, we've got some news about the smoothing pool. So here there was a large smoothing pool block proposal, and this person proposed a block that had 5.55 ETH worth of MEV in there, and the smoothing pool this month is doing really well. Let's have a quick look how much ETH is in there. So we can see that for this period we still have I think about 7 or 8 days left, I'm not sure, but we're already at 324 ETH, and we have 74% of node operators are in the smoothing pool, and about 57% of mini pools are in the smoothing pool as well. So that is really wonderful to see. Let me see if I can pull up the most up-to-date information. Might just take a second, but yeah, the smoothing pool, as always, is a huge success in terms of getting people using it, getting rewards out to people who are using it. It's really, really wonderful. Let me just see what the latest smoothing pool information is. So of course this is one of Invis's bots that he has made, and you can see that we have a smoothing pool that is yeah, here we go. So we have 324 ETH in there, and this is with 10 days left. So it looks like we'll be hitting 500 ETH again. I don't think it's likely that we'll be hitting 700 ETH. So it looks like Hodge is going to lose his bet, but that is looking really good. There's some good stats here as well with the deposit pool stats. So we can see that the latest mini pools that are waiting to be coming online are waiting around 11 or 12 days now. So that wait has gone up a little bit compared to where it was last week. The queue, however, is down to just 1100 mini pools, 1100 new validators, and we need 52,000 ETH to clear the deposit pool and fill up clear the queue and fill up the deposit pool. So if you've got 52,000 ETH sitting around, you're welcome to go and deposit that right now. Yeah. Talking about big deposits, a couple of days ago we got this nice 2,000 ETH deposit. Always lovely to see multiple thousand ETH coming through in the deposits. And then if we have a look at RocketScan's deposit pool page, you'll see, of course, that the deposit pool is empty. There is a queue of 1,108 mini pools, as you can see right here. And there's 6 ETH in the deposit pool right now. And then as you scroll down, you can see that on a monthly time frame, May has been absolutely exceptional. We are at 126,000 ETH that has been deposited. Last week finished with 33,000 ETH deposited, which was the second best week ever for Rocket Pool, which was really amazing to see. Yeah, that's the second best week ever. And on top of that as well, if you look at the daily frame, we had this day on May 26th, which had 11,400 ETH in there, which was also the second best day ever. So it's been amazing, right? Every day in May we've had more than 1,000 ETH deposited, which is absolutely phenomenal, and that's still carrying on. You just get a couple of big deposit days, and then all of a sudden you're like looking at really, really good numbers there. So that is really wonderful to see. So thank you for everyone who's depositing ETH into the deposit pool. Now do it quicker so I can get my pool, my mini pool through the queue as well. Okay, so next we had this post from Patches. It was a tweet that he posted into trading saying, and then let's have a look at the tweet. So this tweet is from the Rocket Rescue Node's Twitter account saying Rescue Node now supports ChainSafe's Lodestar client. The process is the same as other clients. Rocket Pool node operators who need temporary access to get an emergency fallback can now follow the instructions at rescuenode.com. And Patches here says that he deployed it while he was at the airport, and then a little bit of information about the rescue node. He said that the rescue node now costs the GMC $500 a month, and for full disclosure, this is well within budget, but since we plan on returning extra funds, it's worth mentioning. He says also the rescue node has never operated as a loss for the protocol, and because people gain more in terms of the rewards that they don't miss. It's more than $500 a month of rewards that they make up. So the rescue node is operating at a profit to the protocol, and he says that's really cool. So let's have a quick look at the Rocket Rescue Node website. So here, you've got to run this command on your node to get a temporary access, and then once you agree to that, you can go into it and then follow the steps of getting it all set up. So it's like a really nice process. It's rescuenode.com, and you can go have a look around in there and see how it might or might not be able to help you. So yeah, that's really great. Okay, next we've got some news about Aave here, and Mark Zeller made this post last week about adding the RPL token to the Ethereum version 3 of Aave, and he said why we should add this and what the motivation is, and then he set some specifications, which is like setting some a framework to how they should be using it on their website. So he says that we should use the supply cap of 3 million and a borrow cap of 2.5 million RPL tokens. However, that the reason why I'm covering this is because the teams that kind of analyze new listings gave some feedback. So Chaos Labs came in and says that they support the listing of RPL on Aave. However, they want to bring the supply cap down to 150,000 RPL and 120,000 borrow cap for RPL, and then they were talking about the liquidity and market cap and how much can move each day and what the issues are with that, and what kind of slippage you could get if you sell 75,000 RPL. There's 7% slippage there. And then Garrett Patterson, I guess, was another one of these people who do analysis for Aave. He says from the Gauntlet team supports listing RPL on Aave version 3 Ethereum, and then has more recommendations for the parameters. And then these guys came in with an even smaller supply and borrow cap of 105,000 RPL for supply cap and 105,000 RPL for borrow cap as well. And then he says they give some information about how it's going to be set up, and he says our supply and borrow cap recommendations are set in accordance with Gauntlet's borrow and supply cap methodology. We recommend capping and borrow and supply at half of the RPL's daily trade volume across DEXs and centralized exchanges. So that's where they got that number from. And then Chaos Labs came in and replied to them saying, as the Gauntlet supply and borrow cap are slightly more conservative than the Chaos ones, we suggest launching them with the Gauntlet numbers and increasing at a later stage. As the alignment the rest of the parameters, we recommend the following set of parameters for the on-chain vote, and then those are the numbers there that they have. So it looks like the process is going ahead for getting RPL added to Aave version 3, and hopefully that will happen in the next couple of weeks. I've been talking about eMode for rETH on Aave version 3 on Ethereum a whole lot in the last few weeks. People asking me where is it? Why don't we have it yet? Well, technically we do have Aave's eMode turned on for rETH on Ethereum version 3. The problem is that rETH is still at a supply cap, and it's still constrained. Let me see if I can find. Oh, it's okay here. Aave is they still have the supply cap limited at 20,000 rETH. I don't know when that is going to be increased or how that's going to be increased for us to start utilizing eMode. I hope that it happens soon, but I haven't heard anything from Mark or anyone else about when that would be happening, so I'm at a loss for that information as well, sadly. As soon as I know anything, I'll let you all know as well, and share that information with you all. Okay, so moving on to our last story today is this kind of hint that was shared in trading this morning. Mentor made a poll and he says, in a purely hypothetical scenario where the Rocketeers are launching a second generation to celebrate Atlas, should we do that tonight, 6 hours from now in the Rocketeer Discord, or next week in the Rocket Pool Discord? And almost everyone chose next week in the Rocket Pool Discord. 24 people chose that, and no one chose the 6 hours from now in the Rocketeer Discord. So Invis had a nice comment saying that it should be launched on April 18th at midnight UTC, which of course when Atlas went live. And Mentor said that this was the plan, but then bad things happened, bad things that will be explained at the actual launch. And yeah. And then Invis had this nice comment in reply saying, a delayed game is eventually good, but a bad game is bad forever, which is a quote. And then it says, this is true because both Cyberpunk 2077 No Man's Sky are still bad years after their launch. So yeah, it looks like we might be getting a second generation of Rocketeers. I'm not really in a position where I can give you guys more information than that, but it's really exciting, and it's definitely one to keep an eye out for. So on that note, I'm going to end today's episode. Thank you for watching, listening, and being part of this small Rocket Fuel community. I hope you all had a lovely weekend and are enjoying your holiday if you're in the US, or your Monday if you are not. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.